Hello everyone, welcome to another Skies episode where we will be presenting you a project called FixxFi. Also a warm welcome to our guest, Mr. Andrew Dunn. He's a CEO of FixxFi, Attitude, he's CTO, and EDX.EAT is a DevOps. Guys, welcome on board, and let's start with short introduction.
Hi, Benny.
Thanks a lot, Benny.
Hi, guys.
And thanks for the intro. I suppose I'll just give a very quick overview. I'm Andrew Dunn. I'm the CEO of FixxFi. I've 30 years experience in technology businesses, telecoms, technology, media, and I'm also the co-founder with Fabio of FixxFi. Although I can't take all the credit, it was Fabio who came up with the actual concept at the beginning, and I guess whatever way our paths crossed. And as a result, FixxFi was born, and I was able to, I suppose, to put the digital stroke technological touches onto the project. So as we are here today, and then obviously the rest of the team will introduce themselves, who are on a highly experienced crypto team who are also involved.
Great, thank you, Andrew. So I will move to Attitude right now. So Attitude, word is yours.
Hi everyone, I'm Attitude, Alejandro. I follow crypto since 4 years. I studied a lot the technologies and the innovations behind it. I fall in love with the DeFi and all the layer one innovations. I have a background in wine business delivery. I own one local wine business delivery here in Italy. And it's a pleasure to be part of FixxFi, and we want to be the first to bring the blockchains in the real world.
Great, thank you very much. Let's move on to EDX.
Hey everyone, I'm EDX.ETH, real name Sylvester, and I'm the DevOps engineer at FixxFi. And my background is basically 9 years experience within the blockchain space as an investor, as a developer, and now finally building something, for the people. With real world utility, and that's FixxFi.
Great, thank you guys. So in last time I have seen a couple of things about FixxFi on Twitter. I also have seen you launch your staking campaign. So, but we are not gonna jump directly to a staking campaign. We are seeing you're cooking something behind the scenes. So I would like to hear from Andrew, Mr. Dunn, to hear a couple of words about FixxFi. What FixxFi is trying to do, which problems to solve, and how big potential does it have?
Sure. So what FixxFi is, it's a disruptive fintech platform. It's an embedded finance solution. What that means is it's allowing for the independent auto repair and home services space. What it allows is repair businesses such as mechanics or plumbers, electricians. It allows them to offer their clients or their customers an embedded finance solution at the point of pay. So what currently is happening in the world is we're obviously embarking on a very difficult situation with finance and with the cost of living and all of these types of things. Repairs to cars particularly are very expensive. So what FixxFi is, it allows customers to apply one time for a credit line or a repair, we call it a repair fund, but it's a credit line. And what it does is it allows them to use that fund only at any FixxFi authorized partner. So a mechanic or electrician or a plumber who is an authorized partner of FixxFi. They can then use that fund to pay for the repair. What's happening at the moment is, and certainly through our research, we've seen that there's around about 32 to 35% of the population across Europe are struggling to, when they're presented with an unexpected repair bill of about €500 or more, it becomes a big problem on the household cash flow. It becomes a very stressful experience. So what we're trying to do with this, and I suppose the solution or the problem that we're trying to solve, is to take that stress away. Knowing that people have their rainy day fund or the rainy day credit line available to them when they need it most. That's what FixxFi will do. On the other side of it as well, from the business partner's point of view, what that also allows them, it means that they get paid in full. So if you're a mechanic, you don't have to embark on the whole process of having to negotiate with your customer because they can't afford the bill. or the fact that you may spend time doing some diagnostics for a repair and then the customer doesn't return. They go off and they don't return. And that is quite a common situation in 1 in 4. So that's the problems that we're solving. It's a very real world utility at the moment, particularly in the current climate. And actually going forward, it's even going to become more so, because obviously as things like financing and so on, and there's a cost to finance as well. It can be very expensive. I think one of the things also that we do in our USP to a lot of other banking type solutions is that it's a repair fund. It's a revolving fund. What that means is it's a hybrid between a bank loan and a credit card. If you have a bank loan, you normally take a bank loan over 8, 12, 18, 24 months. And the revolving part is almost like a credit card, where every month I make a repayment, my account limit will kind of go back up to representing the amount I repay. So it's revolving back up to my account limit. So I'll always have a fund available to me when I need it the most.
Yeah, that's very exciting idea. Exciting product what you are building there, and for sure economic situation today nowadays is really working on your side. People are I won't say losing jobs, but their income is getting lower and lower through inflation. They are spending their deposits on banks, and at some point everyone is going to be needing some kind of a help, even if it's only a $500 or euro.
Yeah.
So that's something that could be easily become the next step in blockchain technology, financing those smaller people.
No, absolutely. And I think, Ale will touch on it later on about obviously the visions of what we have and where we want to take and what we want to introduce. But in essence, what we're trying to do here for people out there is it gives them a solution and a way to pay without having to take out their cash flow, household cash flow. That's the most important thing. And I think you're right, absolutely. The way the world has gone or is going currently at the moment, particularly with energy and Ukraine, the war in Ukraine and so on, it's difficult for people. But it's not just today. Even when I was doing all the research back in 2019 and 2020, the stats were exactly the same. Generally speaking, ABC1s, which are generally your middle class families or higher earners, about 35% of those are still struggling to pay an unexpected bill, because they have all other expenses, their lifestyle expenses and everything else. So when someone says, "Oh, to fix my car is €1,000," suddenly that becomes a big stress, and that's really what FixxFi. That's the problem that we're solving, very much so.
Yeah, completely agree with you. So I live here in Germany almost 10 years now, and I can say really there is too many immigrants. Germany is like America. Everyone is looking into Germany and say, okay, I can earn my money there. But when they come here, they soon recognize that the money is not growing on the trees. And they are fighting first 5, 6, 7 years to get their balance account above four figures. They don't have $10,000 or euros on their account. And as said, there's a tremendous amount of people coming here every day, millions, and all of those people could be your market. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I suppose one of the questions I didn't answer as one of the questions that you asked me, how big the potential of it is. The potential is huge. Yeah. So if I just give you very basic statistics, our 2 markets we're looking to launch in, Italy and the UK, for example, and just in the auto repair space. So I'm not talking about plumbers, not talking about electricians, not talking about healthcare, these types of things. Just purely in the auto repair space, we have about 120,000 businesses in those 2 markets alone. So that's just Italy and the UK. And in that, we have what's really the most important statistic for us is about the unique customer interactions. And if you assume that a standard mechanic working on his own, or business would have 2 mechanics, they probably see about 20 customers, or service about 20 customers in a week. On that basis, there's about 115 million unique customer interactions that happen in the auto repair space in Italy, UK alone. And that we have to assume, and our market is every single customer interaction is a potential loan, and that's where what we're we're focusing on. And then obviously you go to bigger markets like Germany or other markets like France and Spain as well. So the potential is absolutely huge.
I'm always excited when I see such big ideas in blockchain space. And my question following that will be, how can we invest in FixxFi? Where can we find a token? How can we invest? I have already heard you had a couple of raising rounds. What are the next steps? How can a small player get inside of a game?
Yeah, we have already raised approximately $300,000, and we're looking to raise another $235,000 in the next token sale round, which is going to take place probably on September 1st. We are deciding today when it's going to be the exact date, but very likely by the end of the month. And people are going to be able to buy up to $16,800 worth of fixed tokens. And you can't buy fixed tokens anywhere else at the moment. And the only people owning these tokens are the ones who have purchased tokens from the previous token sale rounds. And they're also taking advantage of the staking dApp, which has launched just yesterday, less than 24 hours ago. And these people, the early investors, are getting rewarded for having believed in us so far with very high APRs.
200 and something I have seen. I believe I seen it right. Above
up to 260% APR right now. I'm not sure about which pool, but one of the 4 pools it's actually offering that APR. But in the very beginning, they have started with 100,000 APR, but the TVL goes up and the APRs are going down
as the liquidity goes up. So it's a normal. It's a normal. But if you could stay above 50%, that would be great. I believe it would be very attractive for everyone. So.
Yeah, it will, because we have run many simulations on the mission schedule, and they will not go down below. They're not going below 50% till the end of the token sale. So it's gonna be highly profitable, and we're gonna be launching more different single stake pools in the future throughout Q4.
For everyone who has interest to participate, where can they find informations? Platform, maybe to provide us some link, we can drop it down so people could know on 1st September, maybe to invest something.
Yeah, we have a website, FixxFi.com, and we have a very beautiful, well-documented white paper on docs.fixxfi.com, and I think people are gonna really love it because it's full of informations. You get to understand how the off-chain business works, as well as the on-chain protocol. So I highly suggest everybody to read our white paper, not just for looking for an investment opportunity, but also because we are really bringing innovation on the table. We made possible a link between the token and the company's performance through the escrow token, etc. Things which we're going to talk about later in this interview.
Yeah, great. One thing I believe is interesting also all of our viewers. What am I going to get from FixxFi? Is it going to be some kind of an app that I have on my mobile phone? I go there, I just scan it, and I get my $500, and I have some interest rates, maybe some kind of a business model, so the people could understand how is it going to be working really in a real life. No coding, pure praxis, let's say.
Yeah, so I, from the customer point of view, it's incredibly simple. It's just literally an app download. You download the FixxFi app, and you register, and through the registration process is also the application process. So you will make a one-time application for the finance that you require. So what happens is that's at the front end. So the UI, the UX is all ours, and our front end, and we have our own back end then as well that flits through to an administrative section. And then what happens behind the scenes is depending on, so what will probably start depending on the markets that we go to, you'll just be starting with our banking partner in that market. So what will happen is it'll be a fixed rate of interest, standard rates. It's not anything exceptional. It's not payday loan. It's not credit card interest rates. It's normal bank interest rates. So you make the application. Once you apply, in the background you get scored, credit scored. to say. So, for example, I need €1,000. If my credit scoring is high, I get €2,000. Or if I don't have such a good credit scoring, I may only get €700. But depending what it may be, and that takes about 5 minutes. It'll come back and say, your digital wallet is now has whatever your credit limit is XYZ. And that's it. It's that simple. And then what happens I suppose the beautiful part of it is that when a repair business goes to do a repair job for the customer, it all gets linked together in the back end between the two apps. So between Andrew being the mechanic fixing Benny's car, you're paying, it all gets linked. So therefore we know once the job is done, the customer verifies and satisfies that the job is complete and they're satisfied with the job. And at that moment, they press the send button to pay the mechanic or the repair business, and at that stage, the money then just gets automatically transferred straight through to the business account. And then in the calculator part of the app, the customer will decide over what timeline they want to pay back. So it may be from 6 months up to 60 months. They may decide I want to pay it back over €1,000, borrow €1,000, pay that back over 24 months. And then what happens then, all again automated, they get an email from the banking partner to say, you are paying, you've agreed to pay €25 per month for the next 24 months or whatever it may be. So it's all very intuitive, all very easy to use in terms of from the customer and also from the partner experience as well.
Thank you for your explanation. But one thing also I would ask, where am I there? The guy that has invested in FixxFi project and bought a token, I staked it. I assume you are taking a part of these fees from the interest rates, or how are you going to incentivize the people to buy a token and hold it? Which function is token gonna be having? Or
sorry, but just in terms of our business model, Benny, we have 3 revenue streams coming into the actual off-chain business, and again, Ali can discuss a little bit, I suppose, maybe after an intro to about what the future is going to be. But starting from the off-chain side, we have 3 revenue models. We take a merchant fee, which is standard, so like a credit card fee that the repair business would pay. They typically would pay 2.5% to 4% to the credit card companies. We take a percentage of the loan value, of each loan value, which is our main. That's about 70% of our revenue. 20% of our revenue then will come from the subscription. So we have a sort of, for the repair businesses to be on the platform, we have what I call a Netflix subscription fee. It's like a €20 per month access to the platform. And that allows them to take, the FixxFi fund and for customers of FixxFi. But it gives them more than that. I guess in time, that's a very important part, because as FixxFi, as we onboard a lot of customers, that's going to drive business to the repair businesses in their locality, because we'll have a function in like a directory services function where a customer can find the local mechanic or the local plumber that's near to them, and they can go onto the app and find who's in their locality. So that's about 20% of the revenue, and then the last 10% revenue line does come from, we do get a commission from the interest from the bank. Mm-hmm. So there's the 3 main revenue lines there, but the commission section is probably the lowest. Unfortunately, the banks take most of it.
Yeah, I like the idea of fixed payment monthly for every business. I believe we cannot undervalue that sort of income, because if you have, for example, let's say at some point after 1 or 2 years, I don't know when, maybe in a couple of months, 1,000 people. And if you say every single one of these businesses is paying maybe only $50, $50, that's $50,000 per month, only from those.
Yeah.
That's almost crazy. And for a business to pay a $50 is nothing. It's really nothing, because you are delivering him customers. It's like some kind of a marketing for him, if nothing else. Yeah.
Exactly, and I can tell you also, Benny, from experience, this is my 3rd time around the startup block, so I've been doing this a little bit longer, probably before most of you were born, possibly. But I think one of the things I've always discovered, and I remember someone said to me a long time ago, the most important revenue you're going to get, no matter about the size of it, but the most important element is what they call the monthly reoccurring revenue. This is the most important fee that you can get. So, a lot of companies, they do things and it's project based. So they're getting a lot of money for a project and then they don't get anything for 6 months. The thing that keeps you sane, and it's probably a bit late for me because my hair is already graying, but what keeps it very sane is the fact that monthly recurring fees are they're literally the gold. Because if you have 5,000, 10,000 partners paying you 20, 30, 40 euro every month,
that's crazy.
Like Netflix, yeah, exactly, and that's the golden chalice to have in any business.
You're already in millions of dollars per year, so that's crazy. On a 10,000, I don't want to think about it, so I'm gonna get too hypey. Great. What I would like to do right now to move a little bit more to a technical details, if you don't want to say something more about the product and customers, tokens, to move to this developer side of a story for more technical guys who are listening our interview, will be listening our interview. Maybe how is blockchain technology really be implemented, which part is going to be taking over, which network blockchain you are planning to use, and which transactions will be written on blockchain, which not. Maybe a little bit more about the background.
Yeah, sure. We can start talking about the on-chain side. We have a plan. What we think is that blockchains needs real demand from the real world outside from the crypto to mature, and to help this sector, so the crypto to mature, we need startups and business models like FixxFi. Why? Because through FixxFi we can help the crypto adoption through our main service. The main service is an essential service acting in the real world and having real world utility. Thanks to that, through time, we will pass through 3 different major phases. The first one, it's the foundation. Through the foundation, we will kickstart and expand our main service, which is the B2B2C service. And after that, we will start the merge phase. The merge phase is one of the most relevant. Why? Because we want to fuse these 2 parts. How we can do that? We will do that in first place through the value capture phase. The value capture phase is what we used to talk about when we used to talk about buyback and burns. Buyback and burns will be part of our system by using the license fee, so the monthly subscription. Through that, we will use a part of that revenue to buy back and burn on the markets our own token. So giving a link to the off-chain business on the on-chain side. After, we want to introduce also the NFT equity pool, which is a really, really interesting idea. We are reinventing the dividends, we can say. In the future, you will have the chance through our NFT to get a percentage of the profits of the off-chain company. After that, we are going to what we think is the gateway through off-chain and on-chain. What is that? We are talking about the on-chain implementation through the main app. We are talking about the crypto payments and the stable coins. Why that? Like I was saying, we need real demand outside from the crypto. We need that people without knowledge can use the blockchain technology in the real world to improve their everyday life. And through the crypto payment and the stable coins, we can set some situation which is usual also for the user, the customer, because through the crypto payment and the stable coins, we are having lower fees. We are having a ledger that will help us to detect all the transaction, and also people are used to pay with digitals, fiat currency. So through crypto payment and stable coins, through our essential services, we are onboarding people through the on-chain because they will understand how potential the blockchain has. After that, we are going to the final stage. The final stage is the vision. The vision is one of the most interesting things, I truly believe, because we are talking about on-chain dApps, so on-chain implementation, which will be the escrow token and the lending marketplace, where people can deposit stablecoins on-chain, which will be used through our main services to borrow that stablecoins to customers that are searching for a repair fund. So we will merge definitely in the future our off-chain business with the on-chain business. What I always say is that FixxFi has potential itself. Crypto has potential itself. These two combined will be something huge, will be pioneeristic, because, like I was saying, we need real-world usage of blockchain. We need real-world demand. And to answer also to your other questions, we are gonna launching on the Emerald blockchain. Emerald blockchain is an interesting blockchain which has a lot of future, like the proof of stake, the secure proof of stake, the adaptive state sharding, which can help to scale a lot the transactions. And they are very, very corporate friendly. They have a lot of technologies that can help corporate like ours. And they also have a multi-language VM, which is nice. Thanks to the Emerald blockchains, we want to leverage the potential of blockchain and bring that to the people outside of the crypto world. I will underline again these things. We need real demand outside from the crypto space to help the crypto space to be part of our everyday life. We need services like FixxFi that act in the real world. And yeah, that's it. Emerald, like I said, is the blockchain, and we will have also our own launchpad where you can go and buy for the token sale, for example. And we will share with you the link after the call.
Great, thank you very much. Guys, you are tackling all of my questions. I'm afraid to ask the next one. So really great. I have never seen that somebody is so deep in the project, in these all of these things that are happening and developing in the blockchain space. You're tackling really, as I said, every aspect of these things. I had also one question. We're gonna move a little bit maybe to legal stuff right now. I see here corporate stablecoins. And how is it really happening? I see here in last days, European Union, they want to ban these unhosted wallets. On another day, they want to invest billions into crypto. What's happening in European Union, in the world also? I believe you are stated in the European Union somewhere. So how are they looking at those projects? Is there any problems that you have been encountered trying to present those things to legalities and stuff?
Yeah, we actually need three things for making the stablecoins a real thing. The first one, it's a VASP license, same license used by the biggest exchanges like Binance. Then we need a proof of funds, and that's basically a node on the money you have in your treasury / bank account. And the third thing is proof of liability. All right. Once you have these three things, you're actually good to go. You can have your stablecoin up and running. Ale, do you want to perhaps explain him how it works, the minting and burning for the stablecoins?
Yeah, sure. You can. It's how the stablecoins works. It's how also the fiat system works. You have to maintain the stability of the price by issuing or redeeming stablecoins, depending on the case. When the price goes more up than $1, for example, if you have an arbitrage opportunity, you can buy on the markets and redeem your cash in the banks. So you are reducing the supply and helping to maintain the stability. And the same is in the different scenarios. So we are having this corporate stablecoin because we want to bring real demand in the real world through stablecoins, which is something new. And we love that idea because can help people to use something that they are used to. The people right now are used to digital payment or to online payment, but they don't are used to crypto payment. So we need to help them understand everything. And we think that one of the smartest idea can be introducing the crypto payment and the stable coins to help them being familiar with that.
Yeah, and talking about being compliant, take in consideration that the users, when they want to buy these stablecoins, they have to go through KYC/AML requirements. Therefore, we're going to get to know who the buyers are. All right. Though the biggest issue comes with the people trading these stablecoins on DEXs. All right. How do we identify those people? We can't. And that's the real answer. All right. But authorities at some point they may, think of some people like, this guy, the address ABC is suspicious. All right. So how are we going to identify that person? Well, we're going to be using the same method used by Circle/USDC, and that involves, unfortunately, freezing the tokens held by one of these suspicious addresses. All right. If the authorities say we have to identify this person, then we go ahead and freeze that address. Then that address has to go through KYC/AML requirements on our platform. That way we can identify the people, the suspicious people, and eventually unfreeze their assets. That's how it works. And there's no other way, unfortunately, because the regulations are getting a real thing in 2022, let alone in 2023. That's how it works.
Also, we forgot to say that we will focus a lot to the market where we will be operate with our main services to stable coins like the euro and the GBP, which are not really used in the cryptos. And thanks to our real world usage, we will introduce also that to help obviously people to pay with their fiat, which are, used to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Great stuff, really great. I'm just listening here and enjoying. I have one very special question. I believe this is interesting also our viewers. It's a year 2024. It's a middle in a bull market. Where is FixxFi?
Nice question.
Great question, I believe. Let's see. I'm really interested on your view of future of FixxFi and how big could it grow.
I love it because it's easy to say, after the listing on the DAX, the fucking token, sorry for the word, will go up, to 30 cents, 50 cents. So you're going to be getting that 20. Hey, that's like remotely possible. But what's going to happen in 2 years from now? The real answer is the first phase, of this token is going to be a speculation era. The first year, the second year probably tops. And after that, we have to deliver on our promises. And that's generating revenue through the off-chain business, right? So once we have that big cash flow, that means we can finally stockpile a lot of cash to be put on that treasury, that bank account where we're finally minting stablecoins. The stablecoins are going to be flowing within our ecosystem, right? So you have these on-chain borrowers, on-chain lenders, providing liquidity to the off-chain borrowers. This way we get to have fees happening within the FixxFi ecosystem. And all these fees can be finally collected by the Fix token holders. And the only way possible is actually by swapping these Fix tokens for Fix tokens. That's basically the escrow token. And by holding these escrow tokens, you can finally collect the fees. So you take the Fix tokens, you put them into staking from, let's say, 6 months up to 48 months, and you get to have the best ratio possible. By having the best ratio possible means you're having a greater equity weight. So the more Fix tokens you have, and the more fees you're going to be collecting. And that's going to basically drive the fixed price all the way up compared to many other tokens which are basically delivering nothing, because they're just based on speculation. So even in a scenario of a bear market, let's say the tokens are subject to -80, -90% drawdown, okay? That's going to happen to fixed token too, but in a different way. The same way of Apple, for instance, where we're being hit by the bear market, so our token is getting a -40, -50% drawdown just because we have an off-chain cash flow, and that's sustaining the business because we are not oriented to an on-chain liquidity only. You understand? That's the most important fundamental in FixxFi, in my opinion. It's the off-chain business, the off-chain liquidity. That cash flow can be finally reinvested within the FixxFi ecosystem, so the on-chain protocol. That's going to make the difference in 2 years from now.
Great.
Yeah, it's
also,
Yeah. The difference is that, in the crypto, there are not a lot of protocols that make cash flow, that make real profits. So we, through our system, we will make profits and we will share it through the holders and NFTs and the escrow.
Yeah, I just wanted to add there also, Benny. I think one of the things is like in the sort of bear market at the moment. One of the things I suppose, just again from, I've probably said this before, but for me, I'm a bit of a crypto virgin insofar as I've been kind of the guy building other businesses, but doing it through the traditional methodology of investment and so on. Seed investment, growth investment, VC investment, that type of thing. And what I see in crypto, I've been put on a very steep learning curve by the team here. The guys, they've been fantastic, and they've really sort of shown me that there's a whole new world out here and in crypto. And I think one of the things that I've seen, and one of the things that I think that we are doing differently to anyone else that I know at this moment, is in a real sense. I'm not talking about Mercedes doing an NFT or Alfa Romeo having an NFT, these types of things. That's just that's kind of what I call crypto washing for the sake of crypto washing. What I'm talking about is most crypto projects out there are looking for crypto investment for crypto services, and that's fine and that's good, and I wish them all well and I hope they all succeed and everything else. What we're doing is we're literally merging both on-chain, off-chain. That's what we're doing, and I don't see many projects doing that. I'm sure there are some. I'm not saying that we're the first, and we're not, but certainly what we're trying to be here is we're trying to be part of the pioneers in this space of crypto and merging it with on-chain, off-chain. Because I actually believe, and again, in my 25 years in the real world, in off-chain businesses and so on, I really do believe that there is a massive potential for any business wanting to do what we're doing and merging both. If they have the right sort of formula and they have the right business model, it can succeed. And that's what I think we're different. And I think, like what Sylvester was saying, also one of the things that should, again, as it does in the real world, even when there's a bear market in the stock exchange, strong companies still have strong share prices. So we hope that what will happen, and as the crypto world matures and as the crypto markets mature, we hope that with a strong off-chain company with strong revenues, strong profit lines, giving returns, by the way, back to our crypto investors, we hope that would also keep a strong token price.
Nice to hear that. I'm sharing your opinion. I believe also the tokens and projects with the real life utilities are gonna be the main thing in the next bull run. Nobody wants JPEGs and such things. I believe the blockchain technology and crypto on itself is ready for the next step and to jump into a real life, into a life of the normal peoples outside and change it forever.
Right.
Yeah, guys, if we have forgotten something to talk about, you feel free to speak out. And I asked enough questions. I got even more than I was expecting more answers, and I'm really hyped about the projects and hardly waiting to see what's going to be happening. And of course, we are going to be following every step of your journey. If there is anything else what we could add to the whole interview.
I have something to add. People should probably wonder what they're buying in this crypto space. People are always hyped. They just aping in new tokens, in NFTs, but they don't really know what they're buying. They're just buying hype, speculation, right? So what we're doing here, it's what Curve Finance did, for instance, with their DEX, with their escrow token. So the escrow token, which I'm not going to repeat one more time, right? I hope it's already clear enough. We are basically giving a link. We're linking the token to the company's performance, right? So that's very important because that's the only way to value the token. What's the intrinsic value of this token? Well, it's the performance achieved by FixxFi in the real world, right? So, in my opinion, when you want to identify a potential investment opportunity within the crypto space, you have to wonder yourself: does this token, this project, have any cash flow? Right? That's the real question. So if you ask FixxFi this question, we have answers for you. We can tell you exactly how we're going to generate that cash flow. So we are actually that 1%, or probably less. I don't know the on-chain statistics, honestly, which are going to be generating a cash flow. And we have that foundation ready from now. We don't have, in 2 years from now, go nuts thinking what we're going to deliver next, what's going to be, the next step. We don't have any more creativity. We don't know what we're doing. We have from this very moment a business model in plan. We already know what we're going to be doing the next 3 years from now, and we have that well documented on our white paper, by the way. So I think FixxFi is a one-of-a-kind project, and not just for the Eldron investors, because we already have in plan to go cross-chain. So you will probably see FixxFi one day being ported onto Ethereum and other EVM compatible chains. So just like Curve, just like Aave, just like all these platforms looking for liquidity here and there, left and right. So I believe it's going to be huge. We just have to maintain, that 50-50 ratio balance, for the on-chain and off-chain side of things, So yeah, that's it pretty much.
Thank you for answer, for taking time and really investing. Andrew, maybe something more attitude at the end.
Yeah, I guess, and look, I'll just start, and Ali can probably finish it off. But I think from my point of view, as I touched on earlier on, for me, I find it just so fascinating about this whole merge between, on-chain, off-chain. One of the things that I think we all sat down and we kind of concluded fairly early on, with what we're projecting and what we're going to do with our forecastings. And it's not just, we didn't just go on a whiteboard and make up a load of figures and then go, that's great, and then went off and had a coffee. We've sat down and run the numbers, stress tested everything that we've done. And one of the things that for me makes it exciting is how that we're actually going to turn, I hope this is the plan, is to turn FixxFi into the bank. And what that means is using people who are investors who have invested with us, but give them a return by the whole marketplace, the lending, borrowing marketplace that we're going to introduce in a couple of years' time. This is very, very exciting. The whole crypto payment, allowing even general people on the street, our customers, using crypto as a form of payment. All of these things. So our job is, my job has doubled, if I like, from when I started this project, because I was just thinking in my traditional closed mind until I met this team of guys who, as I say, opened up my world. And I think what can be done, and it's not just for us, by the way. I wish every other business to follow us, and I hope people will look at our successes in the next 4 to 5 years, and they'll go, oh my God, look, that's how we need to do it. And I really hope that will happen, because I think there's a really big part of in place for the crypto space, and it is maturing. It will mature over the next 5-10 years, and I think it's going to be a really reckoning place. And the one thing I'll finally say that I love about this project as well is when I was looking for finance in my other companies years ago, you're typically talking for guys with 40, 50, 100,000 euro to put in. So what you're doing is you're blocking most of the people in the world out of their ability or the potential to invest in a good startup or a good business. With crypto, that doesn't happen. What I love about it is that we have investors who've invested 150, 200 euro in the project. I like that. I think that's great.
Great. Guys, now at the end, I just want to say thank you very much for your time. I really enjoyed these interviews. And for all of our viewers, follow FixxFi, follow Sky Multi-Asset Finance, smash that like button, subscribe and share. Peace out.